Pretty sure your corner should come out and overlap the two walls there. They just boogered on a 3.5 inch piece, 4 inch piece. Yeah. So we're gonna pop it all off and fix it. So we've been doing that for these guys.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Plenty of nails. Plenty of nails to hold a 4 inch strip. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's about a 2 foot, 30 inch strip. 9 nails. So never mind getting the lap correct, but we'll put an extra nails in the strip. It's quality. It's the inside of this wall. They didn't even nail the studs to each other in the corner. I can move it with my hand. It's pathetic. When you're going to make sure and put 9 nails per foot on a 4 inch strip of OSB, just make sure you run out before you ever even nail the studs to each other. I mean, wow, so ridiculous. That's all right. We're fixing it. Yep. It's high quality. So what we're going to do is we're going to, since this is 8 foot tall and there was a natural joint there, I didn't really want to break it on a, well, we could have cut it. We could have cut it on a stud, but if we cut it on that one, I didn't feel like that piece was as much as I'd like for just that shear strength. And if we cut it on this one, we were just leaving a booger scrap in there, so we just took the whole thing out. And we're going to turn horizontal, and we're going to use about a 4 foot 4 piece, or 2 pieces. And kind of just come over with just one horizontal joint, which should be fine. Especially since they've got a continuous horizontal joint that goes, well, 8 foot off of the block all the way across. So, shouldn't hurt a thing. And I'm not as worried about that last, couple feet up there. I think if we get this first 8 foot, it covers really a little more than 3/4 of this. So the worst part, I would imagine, would be through the midsection, or the most important part. Of course, all of it is better if you can, but if we can at least get this mid section, about 80% of this, I feel pretty good about that before we put the siding on. As an added bonus, they didn't even use galvanized nails into the plate.
Stupid!
So these are all rusting already, and not only is the moisture down here a problem, but the chemicals in the treated lumber are a problem. So now we're gonna have to go around and probably peg a few extra galvanized nails along the entire bottom plate where the sheathing joins. And in this case, the bottom plate is not even lined up. And actually we can move it because of the way that they ran all their joints. Anyway, we're gonna try to pull that. Probably run a screw in here, and then we can pull out on it and probably zip a couple nails down through the bottom wall plate, which is super high quality. Yeah. Yep, watch your framers. Alright, so drove a 3-inch screw into that bottom plate. I was able just to grab it with the pawl of my hammer, pry, pulled it over, and popped a couple galvanized 3-inch with the DeWalt cordless. Look pretty good for that. I can't do much about this. Terrible everything, but yeah, I don't know. We're gonna need to drill and probably add a bolt here. I guess I don't know if that will pull that down or not. We'll have to see. Alright, we went ahead, threw up our piece, ran it wild, so it's overhanging the edge, and we'll just snap a line and cut it off here in a bit. We just wanted to hurry up, get it back together. I'm sure we're fine, but corners are very vulnerable. More nails isn't always better if they're not in the right places. So now we've got this running all the way out across both these studs, lapping a corner, holding them together. Added some 3s from here to here. Tied these two together first. Gonna have a real corner here. It doesn't matter how good your building looks. Nails aren't in the right places. It'll come down a lot easier than it should have. We already cut off the top piece here. Just kind of snapped a line from corner to corner. And we went ahead and put a small joint. They've got the OSB touching the block everywhere, but we left a small gap so that any water that wicks up into the block will not get to the sheathing. We thought that was smart. So we'll get this last piece cut here, and we're just going to fold our Tyvek paper over temporarily and get it tacked up, taped up. And we're strongly considering removing all of the paper, or at least the bottom 8 to 10 foot, maybe 8 or 9 foot. I guess we got a 9 foot roll. Sidewall's 10 foot, so maybe we'll go 8 or 9 foot so that we can inspect all of the nailing and sheathing patterns. And we were going to repaper this anyway, so they just did a terrible job, so we're going to re-Tyvek it anyway. So basically that'll get us opportunity to inspect everything before we put on the siding. So may or may not do that for certain. It's just you know, just trying to do a simple repair like this. Well, everything we found is just, it's kind of a lot. So anyway, yeah, we'll get this cut off, papered, all taken care of on this. 4 boys out.